morning, everyone. Today is Friday, April 19th. I am 10 weeks, 2 days post-op, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I'm also 1 day and 2 days late for my updates. I should have done over a week ago. I apologize. It was a crazy week getting ready to go on vacation, and we are currently on vacation. We are on a road trip heading down to California to take the kids to Disneyland. The kids are watching their movies. Jimmy, say good morning.
Good morning.
So, I'm updating from the road. So I will start with my stats from 2 days ago, so that I don't throw off my weights for next week. So 2 days ago, starting weight was 281. 2 days ago I weighed in at 229, which is a total weight loss of 52 pounds. I don't have my inches with me. Sorry. So I'll update my inches next week. I will, I'm just going to do highs, lows, and changes. So a high is that I was just telling Jimmy last week, I notice I feel lighter. I notice that when it's easier to get in and out of the car, it's easier to get up from the couch. I can physically feel myself taking up less space. Like when I'm sitting in a seat, I feel smaller on the seat. I can cross my legs easier. Just things like that. So those are my highs, and those are big wins for me. And those, in the weight loss, in surgical weight loss community, they call them non-surgical victories. So I really find joy in those. And I was even telling Jimmy this morning, it feels good to finally be feeling good about myself again. So yeah, those are my highs. Lows, my body's changing, and while my stomach's getting flatter, I'm noticing there's other areas that really didn't bug me before that are bugging me now, like my arms and my legs, and I'm concerned what that would look like long term as far as excess skin goes. I never even liked the idea of ever having to have any plastic surgery after the fact. Nobody will even look at you or consider you for it until you're a year past your goal weight. So I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep working out and hope things firm up and it's not an issue, but that's just been one of the things I'm trying not to focus on. But when you look in the mirror and you're feeling really good about, wow, my stomach's getting flatter and things like that, it's hard when you see things like that kind of are a little bit of a downer. So that would be my first low. So I had something kind of mortifying happen. We had a business engagement, and it was a lunch event, and so I find myself having a little bit of social anxiety in eating situations. Not social anxiety in social eating settings. And I just notice I'm watched a lot more, what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, things like that. And so I just have a tendency to just eat as normal as you can, so that people, are taking note. And so I ate too fast. And I was sitting there and I was talking, and I just knew I'm going to throw up. It's coming back up and I'm going to throw up. So I jumped up, ran to a bathroom. Somebody was in the bathroom, so I couldn't get into the bathroom. Couldn't even, when it's coming up, it's just like when you're going to puke normally. You get that salty and it's coming up, and your eyes start to water and your mouth gets all watery, and it's coming, and you're afraid if you talk it's going to come out. So I actually had to go around to the back side of the building and throw up in a bush, and it was pretty degrading. It was rough. I didn't feel very good about myself. And then came around the corner, and somebody saw me coming around the corner, and so then it's like, oh gosh, do they know? So that kind of sucked. That was a low for me. But it is what it is, and just a part of it. And it teaches me to be more accountable to the speed that I'm eating and how much I'm eating and things like that. There's a reason this surgery works. It holds you accountable, literally, whether you want to be held accountable or not. When you've eaten full before the surgery is completely different than full after the surgery. You know, full before the surgery, you stuff yourself like at a holiday meal, and you're so uncomfortable, and you're like, oh, I'm so full, but there's that like satisfaction of my stomach is satisfied, I am full. Full after the surgery is excruciating pain. If you eat too much, your body, you will feel the ramifications of that. It's very uncomfortable. It feels like there's a brick in your stomach. It's when you move, it's uncomfortable. That one extra bite, every single time I know, sorry, I have my vitamin in my mouth, that's what that is. Every single time I have that one last bite that I know my stomach's already getting there, and I still eat that last bite, every single time I pay for it. So it really does hold you accountable, and I've said it a million times. It was that stinking last bite. It was that last bite. So, and the last bite is usually what comes up, and that's been happening a couple times recently where I take that last bite. Did it the other day. I went to lunch with a couple friends, and I ate that last bite, and then sitting there, I'm like, nope, and I went in the bathroom, and it's not like I'm vomiting. It's almost like you choke it up. Like, if I just open my mouth, it'll just come out. And it's not everything in your stomach that comes out. It's just that last bite or that last portion that puts you over the edge that comes out. But yes, it absolutely holds you accountable. It's to the point where you can't even swallow spit. Once you're full, there's no more room because it's all the way up to here. So I'm just still working through that learning curve of eating slower and not taking that extra bite. Changes that I've noticed, I don't think I can do milk anymore. Anytime I drink milk, like if I put milk in my protein powder, cheese is fine, dairy's fine, I think, but it's just milk. It gives me this, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like bubbling, gurgling, bubbling in my stomach, and it's not bad or anything, it's just uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it, to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do milk anymore. So I think I'm going to stop with milk because milk's not paleo anyways, and my goal is to eventually be paleo. One of my friends, Melissa, thank you, Melissa, I was concerned about that 3-month mark is where people start losing their hair, and I'm almost there, and I feel like it's actually been kind of thickening up from the vitamins, but at 3 months is where people start to lose it from your lack of protein. And so Melissa had sent me a message, and she said, hey, after having a baby, I was experiencing the same thing. Try flaxseed. So now I'm putting flaxseed in my yogurt, in protein shakes when I blend them and things like that. So I'm hoping that will help to avoid that. Hopefully, wishful thinking. That's all I have. I keep saying this trip should be interesting. This is our first vacation since having surgery. Yesterday was already interesting because the kids want to pull through, get food. So I'm going to have to really be careful. I brought beef jerky. I did put that on Facebook. I feel like this surgery has turned me into a dude because I feel like all I eat is bacon, beef jerky, and beef. And meat. So I'm going to have to find some interesting options for myself on this trip. We are also staying with Jimmy's parents while we're down in California, and they don't know that I had the surgery. So I'm not sure how I feel about how I just don't want to feel watched or what I'm doing. And a lot of that is just lost in translation. I don't know how I explain it. So, yeah, this should be an interesting trip. We're taking the kids to Disneyland, so there's going to be lots of interesting food choices there, I'm sure, as well. So I'm just hoping that, I feel like I've lost since I weighed on Wednesday. So I want to feel like I continue to lose while I'm down there and that nothing gets messed up. So that's all I have, and I will update next week on Wednesday. We will be driving. Okay, I'll update while we're driving back. Wednesday we'll be at Disneyland, so maybe I'll update on Thursday when we're driving back. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. See you next time.